Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. Alpha, what's wrong? Why are you so sad? You got backlash from the last time you googled something? You went on Twitter, didn't you? You went on TikTok? Oh, this is gonna be bad. Time to learn about Deltascape version 4. Simplified. Xdeath will cast Doom. This will hit 2 players with a 10-second Assunerable Doom debuff. Healers will need to Assuner the debuff within 10 seconds or else it will instantly kill the affected player. Thunder 3 is a small point-blank AoE tank buster hit on the player at the top of the aggro list that will inflict anyone who is hit by it with an unassunerable stack of lightning resistance down. Fire 3 will mark 4 players, normally the DPS, with this red marker. These players will need to spread out as when the cast finishes, those players will be hit with a small point-blank AoE. Blizzard 3 will spawn point-blank AoEs underneath the feet of several players. You'll need to quickly move out of these AoEs as they will give you a vuln stack per AoE that you are hit by. Xdeath can perform the same casts, but also draw power from the Void. This will change what the cast does. Thunder 3, while connected to the Void, is now an untelegraphed large point-blank AoE from Xdeath's position. You'll need to quickly get away from Xdeath, as if you're still in the AoE when it goes off, it will afflict you with an unassunerable paralysis debuff. Fire 3, while connected to the Void, is now a Pyretic. This means you should stop doing anything, as when the cast finishes, you will take damage from moving or performing actions while under the effect of Pyretic. And Blizzard 3, while connected to the Void, is now a Deep Freeze. You'll have to make sure that you keep moving while the mechanic is going off. If you stop moving for even a moment, you'll be hit with Deep Freeze, which will cause you to be unable to move or perform actions for several seconds. Xdeath can also cast Vacuum Wave, which is a knockback, and Holy, which is a stack marker. Group up to share the damage. Mechanics will repeat until you get Xdeath below 65%. At this point, he will cast the Decisive Battle. He will disappear from the arena and create a proximity marker in the middle of the arena, so you'll need to move away from it to reduce the overall damage to you. When this goes off, the fence surrounding the arena will be destroyed, so you can now fall off. A giant face will spawn in the middle of the arena that will be pointing towards one random player. You'll need to at least get to the side of this face as quickly as you can, as it will breathe a 120-degree conal AoE in the direction it's facing. If you're hit by this, you'll be zombified and attack your fellow party members for several seconds. Also, watch out for the small circle in the middle of the arena where the face is. If you run through this, it will give you a bleeding debuff as long as you're in the circle. Then there is a stack marker, which everyone will need to group up for, and then 3 players will be targeted with a flare marker, which is a pulsating triangle of white arrows. These act like player-centered proximity markers. You'll need to get away from the other flare markers and the rest of the party. I'd recommend that these players spread out around the outside of the arena while the rest of the party stacks in the middle. Following this, there will be a meteor that will crash down onto the arena. This is just a room-wide AoE. Xdeath will then draw power from the Void and cast Black Hole. This will spawn several black holes throughout the arena. You'll want to avoid these as they will hit you for 75% of your maximum health and give you a vuln stack. This damage will go through any invulns and even Transcendency. Watch out for when Xdeath casts Vacuum Wave, as there are no fences to help stop you. When Xdeath performs the Decisive Battle again and disappears from the arena, he will spawn in another proximity marker along with several vines that will sweep in 120-degree conal AoEs. If you get hit by these, it is a massive knockback, but it can be nullified with knockback immunity if you can't make it to the safe zone. There will be one spot that won't have an AoE on the outer edge of the arena. You'll need to stand here to reduce the overall damage to you. Then the giant face will return. You'll need to quickly move to the opposite side of the face to avoid being zombified. After Xdeath returns to the arena, mechanics will repeat until he has been defeated. This fight also has an Enrage, which occurs 12 minutes into phase 2 of the fight. Xdeath will become untargetable and cast a meteor that will wipe the party. Congratulations, you have completed the raid series of Omega Deltascape. My name is the Scrub. Thank you for watching.